we are live. Hi, Chris.
How you doing, Jeff?
Doing great. Hello, everyone. I want to bring this up here. I'm going to take a look at the chat real quick. And we got Adele from Australia. Hello, Adele. Hello, Tara from my home state of Michigan. LJ Shrimps. We have Daniel from the UK. Hi, Daniel. Welcome. All right. So, in Red Laser. Hello, Red Laser. What's that?
We got Aquarium Delirium here as well.
Oh, we do? Okay, I'm not seeing. That must be the chat jumped on me. Oh, yeah, the Aquarium Delirium. Hello, welcome there, mate. Okay, so this is a collaboration live stream, and my portion of it is I'm going to go ahead and go over my Blue Dream shrimp and my Bloody Mary shrimp, how I keep them, and the Neocaradina species in particular, but I also keep and breed ghost shrimp. But I won't go into those in too much detail because, to be honest with you, I've just kept them for several years. I really don't know much about the species other than they're very hardy and they do good for me. So this will be about 15 to 20 minutes, and I want to, and then after that, we're going over to Chris Stubbs to his live stream premiere that I've been waiting for patiently. Haven't I, Chris?
Yeah, it's actually a live premiere video, so it's not really live, but we'll be able to interact and.
But you know, I've been waiting for it, though. You know that, right?
Yeah, I think so.
I hound this poor man about it all the time, and it's my special time to get pizza. So I get a pizza, and then I enjoy that while I watch it. It's like a celebration for me. So,
well, this collaboration is brought to you by the color blue.
Unfortunately, my blue shirt's in the laundry. I got a green one, but it is blue. So, without further ado. To rhyme with blue, I'm going to go ahead.
Yep, let's get to see those beautiful shrimp.
Let's go take a look at these shrimp. I'm going to turn the camera off and then turn it back on the right way. So one moment.
And meanwhile, I'm left alone on the camera, and God only knows.
But you can still hear me, though, right? Okay.
I can still hear you. So you just kind of monitor.
I just got to turn this here camera around, and let's see here. Takes me a moment to get this navigated properly. Camera.
Allison, hi Steve. I hear Andrew's here. Debs is here.
Oh, hello, Debs. Hello, Andrew. Hello, Steve.
Yeah, quite a few people here.
Nice.
From all over the place.
Nice.
We got Sandy here. We got Red Laser from Hamilton, Ontario.
And why is my camera not working? My back camera is not working.
Well, we just have to spin you around the other way and.
Yeah, I might have to rejoin actually. More technical difficulties from me. I'm so sorry about that. Let me
that happens.
Yeah. Let me see if I can.
Not to worry.
Not to worry.
If not to worry, you know, if not, we'll just have to go the old route and just go with the ordinary camera.
I've never been able to put my avatar up there like this before. Let me see here. Okay, there we are.
There, and just knock me off so you don't have to look at this ugly mug anymore.
Well, anyways, we're going to go ahead and I'm just going to do a brief description of how I keep these shrimp, everybody, and here we go. And solo layout. Okay. All right, so I see we have, Kathy's in the chat. Hello, Kathy. And LJ Shrimp. Now, what I'm showing here is the way I keep these shrimp and how I get them to prosper as they're doing. And I'll take this off the tripod, actually, so I can get actually a better vantage point. But I keep these shrimp probably unlike a lot of people do because I keep these shrimp on an active substrate, which is to buffer the pH so it goes up, to make the water harder, because my tap water comes out hard, but there's no KH in it. And what this does is it allows me to keep a very steady parameter for these shrimp. And it keeps their molting really well. They're breeding like crazy. I'm just going to do a pan around here a little bit. I think with a lot of new people, of course, I'm new to shrimp, but I've done a lot of studying on this, and this is something I did on my own. I didn't ask any advice on it. I just kind of put two and two together with my water parameters, and it just happened to work out really great for me. I started out with 10 shrimp in this tank back in August of last year, late August, for my birthday. And I got 3 or 4 tanks now with not quite this many in all the tanks, but I have a couple tanks that have quite a bit in them. And I may go ahead and walk around and do that. But in this tank here, I have the another thing I noticed when I added the snails to the tank, their numbers really increased a lot. Not just the snails, but the shrimp. And I really think that the shrimp require the snails to actually flourish better, from what I've noticed. I know some people don't like to keep any snails in their tank, but when it comes to shrimp, I think it's a necessity. So, yeah, I'm going to check through here. Invertico's here. Hello, Invertico. Say hello to Tara.
A lot of great people here.
Right. Lots of
I
people.
think you had a special request way back in the South for a family member. I'm not sure what it was. I didn't catch it.
What's that, Chris?
That Andrew had a special request.
Oh, what was it? I didn't see that.
It was a little while back.
Okay, let me scroll back up here. I don't want to miss.
Peter. How are you, Chris?
Okay, let's see here. Scrolling back upwards, trying to find it. Going through it.
Hey, LJ. How's it going?
Hello, Andrew. Okay, let's see here now. Oh, Allison, welcome, my friend. So good to see you. Just showing my Blue Dream shrimp here right now and talking about how I keep them. And let's see here. I'm missing what he had put. Andrew, could you please post your question again, please, your request? I don't know why I'm not finding it here. Wait a minute. Could I make a special request for Deb's grandson? Oh, yes, absolutely. Let me send you the link. Okay. One moment. I'm sending the link over to you, Andrew. And
Where'd you go?
I'm just, can you see me? Can you see the tank?
Yep. You just zoomed in. Perfect.
Yeah, I just sent Andrew the link. He wants to do an announcement for Deb's grandchild here. And I just sent you the link, Andrew. Okay. Let's wait for him to come in there. And here Andrew is. Hello, Andrew.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm not going to stop it. It's your show.
And here Andrew is. Hello, Andrew.
Oh, hi. Hang on.
Hi, Eric Wave Aquatics.
Okay. It's your show.
And here Andrew is. Hello, Andrew. What's happening here?
Sorry, I had to mute my. I had YouTube open.
Oh, okay.
Right. Okay. What the special request is Deb's his grandson. He's got a very rare genetic disease, and obviously the grandson needs a special cot. And what we'd like, or what they've set up is a GoFundMe page for to help fund that cot. And just basically just asking everybody if they'll just pop over to that GoFundMe page if they can give some support. Please do.
Yes, thank you, Andrew, for that very much. And Debs, I'm so sorry to hear about that. For you, it's terrible.
I'll put the
Yeah.
link.
It was very nice of you, Andrew, to make that make everybody aware of it.
Oh, it won't let me. Yeah. Okay. The link to it is too long, so I'll deal with it slightly different way. You're only allowed.
Maybe you can post it on the page. Would that be all right?
I'll do something, but I'll try and get a link to the GoFundMe and pop it up in chat shortly.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
All right.
you two carry on, and thanks for letting me pop up. And yeah, I need a shave.
Yeah, I did too. Okay, Andrew. Thanks a lot.
See you Saturday. Bye.
Okay, right. All right. Okay, so what time do we have, Chris? Can you
We
see
got
that?
lots of time. It's only 3:42. Let's go take a look at some of those Bloody Marys.
Yeah, let's do that. Okay, one moment. I'm going to turn the camera off, and so I don't make everybody sick while I'm jostling it around.
I
Look at my avatar
I
picture.
wish I could, get shrimp colonies going like yours. Yours just have blown up.
Oh, you could do it. I know you could. And for me, I tell you what it is in like when I learned from Mark Shelley, he had told me that the main thing about Neocaradina shrimp and any shrimp in general is to keep the parameters as steadily as possible.
Yeah.
And so for me, what I came to the conclusion of, being that it's a hard water shrimp, that I just add the crushed coral, and you'll see in this tank here as soon as I get this camera situated. There we are. Oops. There we are. And okay, and this is the Bloody Mary tank. Now this tank here, there's not that many Bloody Marys in this tank right now.
Well,
There is. Oh, let me put you on the solo layout. There we go. Okay, let's scan around here a little bit. See back over there, and I have a mesh bag with crushed coral in it. That keeps the pH from crashing and keeps it nice and stable. Now with this, when I did the live unboxing, Mark had sent me, he gave me some plants, and I wanted to do a project where I got one male and one female and see how many shrimp I could create from just two shrimp. Well, he sent me 2 males and 2 females. And as I was transferring them into the tank, with my bad eyesight, one had jumped actually out of the net, and I found it the next day, and it was one of the females, and she was buried. So I had 1 female and 2 males left. But I counted in here the other day, and there was like 8 or 9 that I could find. And look how deep red those are. They are really beautiful.
they are like a scarlet red.
Yeah. And I keep these pretty much. Now this right here is just the black sand. Nothing special about it. It's an inert substrate. That's the reason why I added the crushed coral. I might want to get a little more in there, but I think that's enough to keep it up there and stuff. Oh, and Dee Dee's in the chat. Whoops.
I'm sure that they like the dragonstone that's in there as well.
Oh, they do.
Lots of places to hide.
Lots of places to hide, and they like to graze on the algae that kind of
Forms
forms
on it.
up on the top there. And of course, they like to crawl all around the pillow moss. This is the pillow moss that I got from Mark Shelley. Also, it doesn't do quite as well for me as the Java moss does. Like over in this tank, I have here's some other blue dreams I have in this one, and I also have my You can see it there. They're kind of hard to see, the ghost shrimp.
Yeah.
Now, I've had this colony of ghost shrimp going on now for about 4 years. And they didn't start out in this tank. They started out in the 20-gallon I have upstairs in my living room that I'll show sometime at some point. Not in this live stream, but maybe in a video on down the road. But there was a nice big holding female. Has a bunch. There she is on top of that bush back there. You can see her juggling a little bit. She's got some eggs. I don't know if you can see at the top of the Java moss.
Yeah. So you'll have a ton of shrimplets soon.
Lots of little shrimplets in there. And I got my blue star endlers, and they don't seem to bother any of the shrimplets at all. I mean, I haven't noticed a decline in numbers, and they have been multiplying also. And I got a few new males in here that I wanted to show to Tara because this is where I got them from. She brought these to me as a gift, and it was so kind of her. And I got some really beautiful little males that are coloring up in there. You can see one back there by the heater right now. And they are really looking nice. So.
Now, I've got a question for you, Jeff.
Sure.
Just because, I'm still new at growing plants as well. Now, when you get probably a little bit too much light and you've got some algae growing on your Anubias leaf, how would the shrimp do with that? Would they pretty much clean up the leaves for you again, or?
Well, what I've noticed is I'm going to go back over here to this Anubias, in fact, because it was covered with a real thick, fuzzy algae.
Yeah.
Now, as you can see that shrimp up there on top of it, they do pick at it almost on a consistent basis. I see them up there every day. They're up there picking at it. And I see the ram's horn snails, like this pink one down here, gets up there and they just graze on it because this whole rock was covered with that really furry algae that kind of, and you can see on the back of that there's still a little bit left, almost like a hair algae. But I've noticed they will eat it, and also the mystery snail there cruising up here, he'll go up there. He or she, I got a male and female in there. They've been breeding, and I got lots of egg clutches from them already. But they'll go up there and they'll mow it down. But yeah, I'm not sure. I think, but like I was mentioning earlier, like a lot of the new people keeping shrimp, they watch all the big guys on YouTube, and they do a fantastic job. But most of them are keeping Caradina shrimp that need a softer water, and they get that fluval stratum substrate that lowers the pH.
Right.
They think they're doing the right thing, and they get that for their Neocaradinas because they're told that those are the best shrimp to start out with, and then they wonder, and they start dying and whatnot. It's because it lowers the pH to the point where they're not able to tolerate it too well. I don't think that's at least my opinion. And so I just went the other direction and added the crushed coral, and in some tanks I have just straight aragonite for the substrate, and that works for me. I don't know.
I'm guessing the pH would really affect their shells, right? Like their exoskeleton.
The calcium content, yeah. They got to have a certain amount of calcium so they can molt properly.
Right.
And when they do molt, it will harden their shell better, quicker.
Yeah. And safer for them.
Yeah. So for anyone starting out with shrimp, I would suggest I would use, and this is just me saying, because they can tolerate a very high pH.
Right.
I would go ahead and get either a bag of crushed coral or some aragonite or crushed coral for the substrate, and I would be pretty fair to say that you'd have a lot of success with them. Because I'm a newbie with the shrimp, but I've only had them for now since August.
Yeah, but they've blown up like crazy.
They have, and another thing too, and this is something that might be just my eyesight, but I have never once, and this still applies, and this is the God's honest truth, I've never seen a dead shrimp yet in any of my tanks. Now, that's not to say that one doesn't pass away, and they, in the ranks, kind of like polish it off.
Cleanup crew, right?
Yeah, they could be like a cleanup crew, but I've never seen a dead shrimp keeping them this way.
Now, do you think the fact that you've got your ram's horns in with them, that they kind of help each other out?
Oh, definitely do. Um, the when I go to feed the shrimp, what they don't eat, the ram's horn will finish it, clean it up,
Right.
and the shrimp will eat the ram's horn's droppings. And I think that that's beneficial to them. And really think that it inspires them to breed more, because when I added the shrimp to the tank before, I had just a few mystery snails. I don't know if you've seen any of my earlier videos.
Yep.
When I first got those shrimp, I only had
Hey,
just a
Carl.
couple, some big old mystery snails, and I think they helped them too.
Yeah, I'm also thinking, if you're one of your snails, bit the dust, I think the shrimp would clean that up pretty good, pretty
Oh
quick.
yes, now that I have seen. I have seen snails that have passed away. In fact, I do believe I have an empty shell in here right now. I seen it the other day. I don't know if they moved it around, but it's not a real big one. But I did notice them in there, and they will go in there and they'll clean it out. There it is, right?
Yep.
It's that goldish colored one right there. And also the snails themselves. So the snails will clean it up. The shrimp will clean it up. Now, if I was to have one of these big boys in here pass away, and I do check them if I see them, if they don't move for a couple of days, I'll check them out. I'll give them what's called the sniff test, and
Yeah.
you can tell right away if a mystery snail dies. You'll know it. If they don't smell bad, then it means they're just taking it easy, and they just maybe in like a hibernative state. I put them back in, and then they're like this the next day.
I wouldn't mind taking a look back at your ghost shrimp, because they're a bigger shrimp, but they're pretty cool.
Yeah, let's do that. Whoops, excuse me, that's my chair. Let's see here. I wish I knew how to zoom in with this, but I don't think it's possible. Let's see here. There's some of them are pretty transparent. They're kind of hard to see sometimes, but they are real. Now I got these. Like I said, I got these. I think it was about 4 years ago. I bought.
They do fine with the blue dreams.
Oh, they do fine with them. Now I've noticed there hasn't been any aggression at all. I've never seen any food aggression from them. I haven't seen them, because I know like a mono shrimp. I know that they will steal food.
Hi, Sarah. Sorry to interrupt.
No problem. Oops.
Those are just blown up. They're great.
Yeah, I love them. If you look closely, I mean, if I could zoom in on this, you could see that. You'd be able to see that the heart beating on them.
Right.
I did a Halloween video last year of one. Really, I was able to zoom in, and it did that. So, but I think we're getting close to my time to being up, because I'm kind of anxious to get over to see your pumpkins.
We still got a few more minutes here. There's no mad rush. It's only 3:54.
3:54. Okay, well, keep me apprised of the time, because I can't see it from StreamYard. Okay.
Not a problem.
All right.
Does anyone out there have any questions for Jeff about his great shrimp?
Oh, I haven't been able to watch the chat very well here either. So anybody that I've missed in there, please.
Sarah just joined us, so it's nice to see Sketty here.
Oh, hi, Sarah, and Debs and everybody. Oh, this is so wonderful. Let's see here. Just checking out here. If anybody does have any questions, I mean, I am definitely not even. I'm barely a novice when it comes to the shrimp, but I've had great success with them. And what works for me is what I've been showing everybody so far.
Daniel wants to know if he can meet you halfway and give him a bucket.
Oh, definitely, Daniel. Definitely. I'll jump on the QE2 and I'll meet you in the Atlantic. I would love to be able to get some of these to you. I want to get some of these to you, Chris. That's got to be doable somehow. I know that Bob Moss is able to ship shrimp and snails from Canada to the United States. I don't know why it'd be impossible to get them to you somehow.
Well, you never know with our border agency, so.
I'm gonna have to check into that. I'm gonna do some research on it and see about it because, you know, if you had a spare 5 or 10 gallon tank, you'd have a lot of fun with these.
Yeah, I'm sure I would. I tried them before and they were doing okay, but then things just went downhill on me. So the numbers just never took off for me, unfortunately.
Okay. I noticed now another thing I do too is I do heat my tanks, my shrimp tanks. A lot of people don't. They keep them around 68 to 72 degrees, but I keep most of mine around, and this might make a difference. I keep mine around 76 degrees.
That could probably make a difference.
And they have great appetites. And let me see if I can find here. I know I got several buried females in this tank. I got even more in the 55 that we looked at earlier, but there's probably over a dozen in that tank. But there's got to be quite a few in here as well. But I do keep my tanks around 76 degrees. The plecos like that temperature. Even some of them are up to almost 78.
Wow.
And Tara says her first colony failed too. The second time was a charge, heated to 74. Yep, and that's pretty much what this tank is like 76. This one over here is at about 76 with the Bloody Marys.
Well, I'm probably going to sneak away here if that's okay. Because in about 3 minutes, my premiere's coming up, but I don't want to take away from your
No,
show.
not at all. I'm going to take an intermission. Everybody go grab a snack and a beverage. I'm going to get my pizza, and we'll all meet over at Stubbs and check out his portion of the live. Thank you all so very much. I'm sorry if I wasn't able to comment in the chat too much. I was too busy running my mouth, but
buddy.
I really enjoyed having everybody here. Thank you so much, and let's all head over now to Stubbs Aquatics. Enjoy, everybody. I'll see you over there in the chat. Bye-bye.